What's the difference between a presentation and a conversation? Speak, Rodney.
I would say a conversation is simply that. It's just a conversation with no means or purpose. Whereas a presentation is something where you're basically funneling the customer to the features and benefits that are most important to them on what you're presenting.
Of all the answers I've gotten to this question, that's the single wrongest one.
Really?
Totally wrong.
Oh, man.
Okay.
I'll take it though. I'll take it. I'll take it because it's a learning experience.
It was off completely wrong.
Okay. Go ahead.
A conversation is a two-way exchange of information, and a presentation is a one-way
Okay.
communication. Most of us are taught to make presentations. I was taught to make presentations all my life. But the problem is, if I'm making a presentation to Lenny, how do I know that Lenny's listening to me?
She's being responsive.
Well, no, if I'm making a presentation, I'm the only one talking. I'm not getting any feedback from her at all. She can be looking right at me and thinking about the next dealership she's going to go to. She can hate me. She can hate the store. She can hate the dealership. She can hate the concept I'm trying to get across. But how would I know that if it's a presentation?
Gotcha.
A presentation is a highly ineffective way of communicating. A conversation is a much more effective way of communicating. Okay? Watch. Ray, a lot of my customers have told me they are afraid of paying a car dealer too much for a car or a truck. Are you one of those people too?
Yes,
Why do you feel that way?
because I don't want to be in. I would say that if I paid too much, and I wouldn't be able to pay, and then get my car recoded.
Well, let me ask. Good God.
He's got
Okay.
a lot of problems.
Oh, shit. No, I think I'd probably stop this conversation right here and take a credit app. Okay. All right. Well, look, you don't want to pay more for the same vehicle that somebody did yesterday, do you? You don't want to pay more for the same vehicle that someone might pay less for tomorrow, right? Okay, well, that's not going to happen here at Motor Trend Certified Vehicles of Orlando. Okay, we have a best value guarantee. Look, what I'm going to say next is crazy, but it's the absolute truth. Ray, it's impossible for you to pay too much for one of our vehicles.
There's no way.
You don't believe that for a second, do
I
you?
don't believe it.
Car salesman telling you that you can't pay too much. Wildest thing ever? Biggest lie possibly you've ever heard from a car salesperson? Ray, it happens to be the truth. Okay? Number one, it's in writing, and number two, it's very simple. When you take delivery today, A, you're going to be happy with the price. Well, B, what brought you in here? The price, right? So we had to be fairly competitive, but you may be wondering, could someone else do better? If someone else does better, Ray, you are still a winner. Because the way the best value guarantee works is once you take delivery today at a price that you'll be happy with, don't worry about that, you've got 10 days to search the entire country over. You find a similar vehicle with the same benefits, Ray, we'll cut your check back for the difference if it's advertised for a lower price. Now, Ray, I told you that's in writing. Has any dealership ever made that commitment to you before in writing?
Not at all.
The last thing you need to do, the last thing you need to worry about this trip buying a car is paying too much. Let's go look at the one you came in to see, okay? So I kept him engaged, all right? That wasn't a presentation, that was a conversation with purpose,
Yeah.
okay? Yeah, was I trying to funnel him down to the point where he feels comfortable with the price? Absolutely. It's much easier to do conversationally than presentationally. Oh, it's actually, it's more effective to do it conversationally. It's much more difficult because you have to keep the customer engaged.